But your last time going over there, I mean, is it sort of, can you introspect a little bit on all of the events you've been part of? I mean, you've seen a lot of history in this rivalry.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. Like this is like my last UNC versus Duke game. So I mean, I've been in a lot of highly talented games, a lot of close games, and I'm just honestly just grateful for like the overall experience of the rivalry because it's just, I mean, it goes back way before even me. So just to be a part of this is something that you can only dream as a kid. From even my freshman year playing with no fans to beating Coach K and going to the Final Four and just playing against a lot of my old high school teammate. So just stuff like that. I mean, this is something that I'm just overall grateful for, and I'm just going into Saturday with the mindset of just out there just going to have fun and come to win.
RJ, along those lines, just sort of staying on that topic, if you had to put together like a checklist of what it takes to succeed at Duke in Cameron, because you've been on teams that have played winning basketball over there, like what would be sort of maybe some of the items that you would list off as you have to have them to play well over there?
First and foremost, I would say your mindset. Like you have to be mentally ready to play there. It's a great environment. Obviously, fans get into it, and but I would say mindset number one, and then at the same time, just take it possession by possession, right? So in the basketball is a game of runs, and especially against Duke and the years I played them, it's always been like a back and forth game and kind of an exchange of the buckets. So just know that every possession matters. Got to get a great shot, either a great shot or either a stop as well. So mindset, possession, and staying together. Kind of just having like blinders on because of the environment, because of the rivalry, right? And a lot of anticipation always gets built up for these games. A lot of pressure. There's a lot of fans and just overall bragging rights of teams on both ends of wanting to win. So you kind of just gotta ignore all of that at the same time. Just go out there and play basketball like you've been doing for 20 games that you've been playing. That's the best way. Like to answer your question, the checklist, and to approach this game. Obviously, there's a lot of more things, but I think those are the main three that can allow our team to be successful.
RJ, I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish that one. He's not.
Unbelievable, Chip.
This is an emotional game. How do you keep from being overly emotional and keeping your voice in the game in Cameron?
Just staying present. Obviously, like it's an emotional game. It's an emotional rivalry game, and you can't really let your emotions get the best of you. You guys kind of treat it as another game on the calendar and as another opportunity to play and to get better as a team. So I think that's our best way to approach this game. Obviously, we know the story behind it, the background, history between both teams, which are really great teams, but you kind of just got to look at it as another game to play, another opportunity for us to get better and to achieve what our end goal at the end of the year is.
RJ, going back to what you were saying to Adam's question, how do you impart that wisdom on some guys that have never played in this game and on a couple that haven't played a whole lot in this game?
Kind of just get them prepared for it, like mentally and physically all week, and just to kind of just give them confidence and overall belief and faith, because obviously it's a great game to play in, and I think a lot of players would love to play in it, but at the same time, for it to be your first time, there could be a lot of like nerves and anxiety, because just in terms of you just want to play well and you want to win. So kind of just understand, like get them to understand that yes, we're playing Duke, yes, it's a rivalry game, but don't treat it and make it something bigger than what it is. Treat it as another game like we've been doing. Our preparation has to be the same. Our mindsets have to be the same, and just understand that we're all together in this, and stay together at all times, because things could go left, but we just gotta remain on the same page when that does happen, because it will happen. Momentum might change either for them or for us, but just to let them understand that through it all, we're gonna be fine. We just gotta remain to stay together and have the mindset that we're just gonna go out there and play basketball.
RJ, give them confidence. How do you give them confidence, enough confidence to go in there, given the fact you guys lost 3 out of 4, and confidence could be wavered a little bit?
Staying positive. That's the main thing. Obviously, when things don't go your way, when you're losing a lot of games and you're in those games with one possessions, it's easy to be negative and point the finger and to kind of just go down the route that feels more comfortable because we're losing. But I think the challenge in that is to face this challenge with positivity, and I think that's how my approach is going to be for this team. Yes, we lost 3 out of the 4. Okay, cool, but how are we going to respond? How are we going to pull ourselves together and approach this game with our heads high and a lot of confidence knowing that we're going to win this game? So that's my main message. I'm going to continue to keep being positive for this team for the rest of the year because I do really believe and have so much faith in this team that we could really just change this whole season around.
Along those lines, the experience that you had in 2022, where you guys were in a similar situation to where you are now, clicked on something and just rode that momentum all the way into April, does that help you in telling these guys, hey, look, I know that this can happen. We've done this before, and how much would a win over there at Cameron kind of maybe be a springboard to something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think 2022, the year that we put together like a phenomenal run, and we went to Cameron with that whole week building up to it, it was like, we're gonna win this game, and we knew within the locker room like what we had, and I think going into that game in 2022, our backs were against the wall. People didn't really believe in us, but we believed in ourselves, and that's what got us over the hump. That's what allowed us to make that run, and that's the same way how I feel about this team right now. Like, I feel like people are counting us out. People are not really believing in us. Like, we're having a hard time finishing our game strong, but I see it. I see the vision for this team. I see how we could be great, how we can overcome this little obstacle that we're going through, and that's how, as a leader and as a player of this university, I'm gonna kind of just instill in them that we can do this, and we just gotta take it one possession at a time, one day at a time, and just prepare the right way, because we could literally have a flip of switch for this season, and it kind of just starts today on preparation for Saturday.
RJ, for you, these last 3 games, shooting 50% from the field, what do you think is kind of clicking for you? Obviously, you've talked a lot about this year, just the different, ways defenses have been playing you. What's been clicking for you, do you think, in these last few games?
I think I'm not thinking as much these past few games. I felt like I've been, individually, I'm just happy for the way I've been persevering and obviously battling with a lot of mental thoughts and overthinking, second guessing myself while playing, especially early on in the year. So I felt like these last 3 games I kind of just let go a little bit. I wasn't really trying to be perfect, trying to tell myself I have to make every single shot, because it's not possible, not even Steph does that. So I just kind of went out there just kind of just tell myself to let go, play with a sense of freedom, and that has allowed me to kind of just be more free out there, allow my shots to go in, take smarter shots, take good shots. I feel like I've been a little bit more aggressive. So I felt like I'm coming along again, finding myself and being more confident.
Is that something you've talked with Hubert about, just of maybe taking some of that pressure off of yourself and just, like you said, playing free and just, not thinking as much?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely speak to AD a lot about it. I'm so hard on myself, and I put a lot of expectations on myself to be a great player, because I know what I'm capable of. And just the amount of work I put in through, just 4 years of being here and just seeing how each year paid off and how each year I improved. I think I kind of just put a little bit too much pressure and too much, baggage weight on my back that I wasn't really playing the way I know I could, especially early on in the year. So I'm playing with a lot of weight on my shoulders rather than just go out there and hoop and just do what I love to do and have fun. So obviously it's a lot that I put on myself because I just know how good I can really be. But I kind of just told myself to let go and took a step back and kind of just have fun with that at the end of the day.
RJ, you mentioned the mindset that you guys had in the locker room going into that game in 2024 over in Cameron, and the belief that you had. I remember Coach Davis telling you guys, showing you the Lakers documentary, was it?
Yeah.
Saying he's looking for a fight. How has he been in this week, sort of leading up to that? Are there any similarities, or has it been relatively status quo?
One thing about HD, I mean, he's always going to remain the same. Whether it's Duke, whether it's Lakers, like he would say, it doesn't matter who we play, he's going to always bring that fight. And that's one thing I love about him. His approach always remains the same, and he always just wants us to compete at a high level. So obviously, this game means a lot, but his approach, just because it's Duke, or whether we played Elon at the beginning of the year, it doesn't change. But I'm pretty sure he will have a message for us going into practice today, but we kind of talked about it yesterday, just kind of just, you know, planting our feet. I think he said that message a couple of years ago, like planting our feet, this is where we draw the line, and just continue to keep fighting, and that's what we're going to do.
RJ, what needs to happen on Saturday for you and the guys to go into Cameron and get a win?
I think just a sense of urgency, but then also like discipline. I think a lot of times the last 4 games we've had a lot of mistakes in the last like 3 to 4 minutes, and just like kind of costly turnovers or bad shots or just a missed defensive possession that just can't happen. That just shows like our attention to detail has to be better. So going into this Saturday, like I know we can score the ball, but it's really our attention to details that's gonna separate us to come out with the win.
Last couple for RJ, please.
This may be the best combination of talent, size, and willing deep face since maybe Auburn. How do you guys deal with that sort of disadvantage?
Just relying on our strengths. We're athletic, we're quick, we can play on the open floor, and we're really good on defense when we're talking, we're all brought in, and I think that's shown throughout the games that we played well and put together a lot of great defensive possessions together. So we're gonna have to do that on a consistent basis going into Saturday, because I know we're capable of doing it. We have the talent from the starting guard all the way to the starting big and even the bench players. So we're just gonna have to rely on our strengths a lot this weekend, and just go with the sense of just trusting each other.
What have your last couple days looked like, just you personally, since you guys got back from Pitt? Because talking to you the other night up there, it kind of seemed like you were more down than I've seen you after a game this season. I remember you saying what feels like the same movie over and over again. Like, if you changed anything up the last couple days since you guys got back, just personally, or just what have you sort of done?
Yeah, I mean, it was frustrating because it was like another game like we should have won. We're up 1, I think like 40 left or something like that. Like I said, it was like the same movie over and over again. So another 1 possession game that we should have won. So obviously I was just after the game a little bit frustrated because it's like we put ourselves in good positions to come out with a different outcome, and that outcome is winning, and then we just kind of just shoot ourselves in the foot. So I was just frustrated with that, but what I've been doing the past couple of days is kind of just what I've been doing for the past 4 games, where I felt like individually, mentally, it's been working for me. Is kind of just staying present and being positive. Yes, we lost, but look back at the film like another like teaching point, and just see like where things went wrong, and to kind of just prevent that going to the next game, and kind of just like having fun with it. Like I know it's hard to have fun in the midst of things because it is frustrating. Like no one wants to lose, but you kind of gotta find yourself and kind of lose yourself to have fun with it, even though when things are going your way. So that's what I've been doing the past couple of days, and I'm just gonna continue to keep doing for the rest of the year.
All right, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
RJ.
guys.
Thanks, RJ.
Thank you.